represent all the DJs, not just one genre, but all the genres.
Yes, we can celebrate. We can celebrate our achievements and celebrate the ones who have taken the torch of the craft and taken it further. So it means everything.
The DJs were extremely underserved. It was needed. They are the backbone of the music and entertainment industry, and nobody was recognizing them. It was so needed for the DJ. We the forgotten people, man.
Appreciate every single last one of y'all that's out here right now. I didn't have a big crossover record or anything like that, but y'all went out here and was, you know, really put the groundwork in.
Watch out, boom shot. You tell him so there's a make the way to Merman now. So this one is a short shot. You can't stop. Boom shots.
Boom shots.
Congratulations on your award last year.
Thank you.
What DJ inspired you the most to get into DJing?
When I was a little kid, a guy named B-Ward, he's not known or anything like that, but he was the one that made me look and continue to do what I do. But I've been doing it a long time, and I was able to influence a whole nation of DJs to do what they do now. So it all came from back then, watching him as a little kid.
Is it, you know, you mentioned before that everyone on the panel talked about how DJs got slightly phased out, MCs got to the forefront. Has that been tough?
Not for me. Not for me. Because I already knew that's what the process was, that the DJ, that the artist was on the records and the DJ was silent. So, you know, they was going to be pushed back. But when I came out with the mixtape game, I just knew that was the one-man band thing. I was on the mic and the turntables and doing everything else that as a one-man band would do. And it worked out for me. So from there on, I didn't have to worry about it if I had to have somebody in front of me to make me be out there. I was out there on my own.
But I'm assuming you've seen, you know, DJs come and go. What's your advice to aspiring DJs of today?
Well, I mean, you know, you're right. There's a lot of DJs that come and go, but there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because, you know, they're not really in it for what they really believe it for. They're really not a part of the love of it. They grab a computer, some grab some MP3s, and they out there DJ. You know, and that's cool, but the ones that really love what they do, the ones that been carrying crates and being a part of it and doing shows all over the place for years and years, those are the ones that really get the accolades from me because they really put the groundwork in it. You can really see it when you see them perform anywhere. So, you know, but I don't really knock nobody's hustle. This is what you like to do, you know. It's all a part of the movement.
And, you know, it was dope that you shouted out people that you said, you know, deserved awards way before you.
Oh, yeah, for
so
sure.
reel off some names for us.
There's Grandmaster Flash, there's Bambaataa, there's Kool Herc, there's Red Alert, well, the Red Alert Award was his, so he gets his. But there's so many. There's a whole lot. PDJ Jones. It goes on and on and on. But these are the guys that never get the recognition that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? And a show like this is going to help them get that because it's going to be a bigger spectrum that's going to be brought upon us. We're only here in the third year so far, so there's so much to talk about. It's going to be there.
Well, great to see you on the panel.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
This is something that really honors DJs. Which DJs have inspired you over the years? I know there must be many, but...
I mean, you know, I got a couple favorites. Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Molly Mall, Mr. Magic, you know, they're awesome too. They were very... inspired me a lot for what I do now. You know, I really enjoyed watching it.
And what's it been like for you in the industry? Do you think it's become difficult for DJs, or do you think it's?
You know what? I think what people should kind of remember is but what's important about being successful in the DJ space is, you know, just throwing that record on is not enough anymore. You know, it has to be well-rounded. You're digital. You know, what else do you do? How else do you reach people? You know, I got a site that does a lot of traffic. My site does like 3 million uniques, 25 million page views. My app, I got to like 500,000 downloads. You know, you just gotta reach. You gotta extend your reach.
So, what's your advice to aspiring DJs? Is it getting
extending their reach? I like reach as many people as possible. Stay true to what you believe in.
So, how do you keep up with doing all of that?
I like to reinvent, and I like to do things that are different, and I like to. So I enjoy it very much.
Have you done things that are different than you did last year? I mean, 10 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you know, Digital space I really enjoy and I really like, you know.
So you're not afraid of the new age,
Not at all.
and that's the key, you think?
That's the key, to not be afraid of the new age. And you know what? I think as a DJ, if you pay attention to what a 17 and 18-year-old loves, you'll always have a good grasp on what's going on.
Rather than sticking to that good old era.
Yeah. The golden era is okay, but that's not
Enough.
moving forward.
Okay. So it's all about moving forward.
Correct.
I know you guys mentioned there's a lot of DJs that you thought should have this award before you guys should.
Right.
Reel off some names for me on who you think.
Man, Cutmaster DC, DJ Hollywood, Lovebug Starsky, DJ AJ, Charlie Chase, even Grand Wizard Theodore. He's performed at the awards last year, but still hasn't gotten an award, but he was a part of it, which is a good thing, but he hasn't gotten an award and he deserves one. Johnny Juice Rosado, who else?
The list goes on, right?
On and on. I mean, I'm glad. I love how the first year from Philly, the DJ from Philly, Cosmic Kev gave Cash Money his award because he said he's never been acknowledged like he's supposed to, and that was dope because he was right, and we understood it. We weren't like, oh man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We understood it. Cash Money very overlooked, and he's one of the dopest DJs ever. And there's so many DJs, DJ Cheese and Howie T. Man, I could go on and on for a long time.
As a DJ yourself, what other DJs have inspired you?
Marley Marl was a big inspiration for me because he not only made the beats, he scratched on the hooks, and I thought that was amazing to do that. So I followed his pattern, which is what made me do what I do now as a producer and an artist and a DJ. So he's my number one idol, even though he came way after other DJs. But that's what made me want to do it.
I mean, there was a little discussion on stage about how over the years DJs have kind of gone from the forefront to the back.
Right.
But you guys have stayed mainly at the forefront. I mean, over time you must have seen lots of DJs come and go. What's your advice to aspiring DJs?
To always stay studying the whole culture, study the DJ culture, and if you're a hip hop guy, study hip hop culture. Really study music in general because I was saying earlier, I just did a mix for Diplo for his mix show that he just did with DJs, and I did pretty much an all rock set. You know what I'm saying? I did more of that, and then I did a new wave set playing Morrissey, playing the Smiths, and playing David Bowie and stuff like that. And Capri could do the same thing. Like we're before rap, so the music that we were raised on, we respect, and then we understand what the tools that made hip hop and DJing and cutting and scratching and mixing prevalent in this day and age. So that's the reason why we're always going to be one up regardless.
And also, do you mean also being open to just what's going on now and
all
being
the time?
current?
Like I may not make the style that Mustard and love you too, bro. I may not do the style that Mustard does, and he's one of the more popular producers and DJs out now, but I'm not supposed to. That's his lane. Let him have it. Now, I'm not mad at what he does. I've had interviews with people like, yo, what is Mustard doing, getting all this love? And it's like, what's wrong with that? Like you don't have to do what he does. Do your style, whatever style that you like. Do that style. Somebody wants to buy that. The style I do, there's people that want to buy that, so I keep making that. And that way you have a nice range, and it boosts the economy of our industry. So
talking about lanes, I noticed there was a kind of hoo-ha when what's your opinion on celebrity DJs? Paris Hilton was nominated.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if Paris rocks out and does Lindsay Lohan, all these people who do these gigs, my main thing is I hope they appreciate the fact that
it's not about just having the hot music in your computer. It's about timing, knowing how to go into the next record, knowing how to set it up to really, really keep the party going a certain way, where a lot of them will just throw it on and throw their hands in the air because they have the record. Having the record does not make you a dope DJ. You know, there's a skill to what we do, so we don't want it to be confused with skill versus no skill. You know, so just because you're a celebrity and now you have a laptop full of 10,000 records does not mean you're dope. You know what I'm saying? You're just looked at because you are who you are, but, you know, same thing with, I'm not the best at playing basketball. I'll play when I'm with my boys and bugging out, I'll play, but I'm not ill, you know, and so I won't claim to be, you know, but you know, so when I tear my ACL, which I did playing basketball and having surgery, it's probably because I shouldn't be playing on the court, you know what I'm saying? I'll stick with DJing, producing, and throwing a football here and there.
Well, it's dope to see you on stage,
Thank you very
and
much.
thanks for taking the time out to chat to us.
All right.